Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the S5. If you're new, my name is Kevin. I make videos on this car. I make it fast, I make it shiny. You guys know the deal by now. Hit subscribe if you're new, like the video. It helps out and promotes my video to other viewers like yourselves. My car is on because, as you guys probably just saw, we got snow for the first time. This is the first time I've seen snow this year, and it was kind of a surprise because I looked out my window this morning and I'm like, okay, perfect. Time to film a video. You know, we've got clear weather. I got a good thumbnail. Nope, that's out the door. But that's just how it happens. Let's get into it though. I have owned this 2013 S5 for 25 months now. I got it in August of 2018 and it has been great ever since, honestly. So in those 25 months of ownership, we have done a ton of things to this car. One, I put over 22,000 miles on it. I got the car at 38.5 and right now it is sitting at 60,049. I was careful not to title this video 60,000 miles of ownership because I have only owned it for about 22 of them. So let's just quickly go over a couple of things I've done to the car and then we'll switch over into like the maintenance and costs and all that sort of stuff. Because I know if you clicked on this video, you're probably interested in those numbers. So this car we have taken on 2 road rallies through the Rally Kings group that I'm in. The first one we went to Knoxville, Tennessee. That was awesome. Put a ton of miles on the car. We hit the tail of the Dragon. So up to that point, that had been my coolest driving experience ever. I met so many cool people that I'm still good friends with today. I'm super thankful for that experience. So Ty, if you're watching this, thank you very much, sir, for getting me into that. So the second rally we went on was up to Marquette, Michigan. We got to see a bunch of cool, sites, straight open highways in the UP. It was just awesome driving experience. That rally, unfortunately, got me into some maintenance issues with brakes and rotors. If you missed me talking about that, that's in last video. You can click up there and go check out some more information on that. So as far as some of the modifications to this car, we did 19-inch wheels on it all the way around. I'm currently running Michelin Pilot Sport AS3 Pluses. Those have been great for summer driving. And then as far as my winter setup, I have Blizzaks on the stock rims, which are 18 inches. Some of the aesthetic modifications, we put 5% tint all the way around the car except for the windshield. I made an entire video on that. Again, links are all going to be in the description to like modification videos, other maintenance videos, etc. I live in Michigan, as you guys probably know if you're new. The snow is something that we deal with a lot. It's like 6 months out of the year, it feels like, but this car handles phenomenal in the winter, in the snow, in ice, and everything. Audi's Quattro is excellent, just as much as it was helping out in the corners of the tail of the Dragon, it helps out in the winter. And that's one of the best things about this car. That's why I'm able to drive it year round. A lot of people ask me if I recommend this car, if I drive it year round, and absolutely 100% I will always say yes. Now, as far as some of the maintenance on this car goes, it's been relatively minimum. I've done regular oil changes, that's full synthetic every time. And then the next point I want to make, it's arguable whether it's classified as maintenance or not, but I hit a pothole on a road trip from Kansas City to Detroit and ultimately ended up messing up my entire front right tire and wheel setup. I cracked the rim, actually, if you guys watched that video. It was a disaster. It was like the worst week of my life. So much just went wrong with my car. Same trip, I actually hit a rock hit me, I should say, hit my windshield, cracked it. I have still not fixed that, so I don't know if it's illegal to drive around with that. As I passed that pothole though on the front right, it actually damaged the right rear as well. The wheel bent and I took it to a professional. I did not want to mess around with that myself. So let's break down some of the pricing from that accident, I guess it's called. Unfortunately, it was quite the situation. The setting was really weird. Friday before a holiday weekend and things were literally just closing down as I was driving, limping on a donut. I had to pull over on the side of the road, get the donut on the car, limp it to a gas station just to fill that up. And then I had to go 60 miles out of my way to a discount tire, and due to the circumstances, I actually ended up buying a 19-inch wheel to fit my car and a tire to match. So the whole situation was very costly, and I bet it could have been done for cheaper if the circumstances had been different, but I needed to get home. I was hundreds of miles away and it was a holiday weekend. Everything was shutting down anyway, so I just bit the bullet and took that expense. So ultimately I paid $1,700, wow, for that entire incident, and that includes the right front wheel, the tire that I had to replace, and the back right wheel getting bent back into shape by a professional. I don't know if that's just maintenance, it just kind of happened. So that's an expense I'm going to write down in the column of L's for this car. Fortunately though, I wasn't hurt, but if you do live in the Midwest, Michigan, Ohio, Places that have bad roads, I would 100% suggest getting the insurance on your wheels and your tires. So a lot of the times that comes directly from the dealer you get your rims, tires, wheels from. I got mine from Bell Tire. I opted not to get the insurance because I was a stupid young kid. I say that as I'm 22, but I was literally 20. But I would definitely get the insurance because of the roads, because things can just go wrong. You know, if you slide into a curb or something because of the snow, it's going to be covered. If you hit a pothole, it's going to be covered. That happens a lot in Michigan. If you guys are thinking about getting this car, if you guys are thinking about getting any car, it's not just Audi specific, wheels, tires, insurance, just do it. So if you guys missed my last video, I explained that on one of the road rallies that we went on, I overheated my rotors, and that was just recently. Unfortunately, now it's kind of caught up to me because I need to replace those. Again, I'm not sure if that's maintenance, kind of is, but it just wore out a heck of a lot sooner because of the driving conditions we were under. So the rotors overheated, some of my pad was sticking to my brakes. It just was a whole thing that I have to replace. So right now we actually have those on order, and the quote I got was $1,400 to replace all four corners. That's the rotors and brake pads. We are going, I decided, for the slotted rotors and high intensity, high heat pads, high performance pads, whatever they're called. I haven't even got them yet. They're not on the car. So I'm super excited to get that project underway and completed. I just want to see the difference. I'm gonna make tons of videos on this, guys. Like I said in my previous videos, I am home for the next 45 days, busting out content for you guys. So thumbs up on the video for that. I hope you guys appreciate it. So $1,400 for the four corners, rotors, and pad replacement. That was a big one, but overall, I must say the maintenance has been pretty minimal on this car. So the avoidable mistakes are the big expenses on this car in my personal experience. The rotors being the one thing, and then hitting a pothole. I mean, there's not really much I could have done because of the circumstances I was in, but those were the two most costly expenses for this car so far. People still ask me, they say, Kevin, do you recommend an Audi S5 or S4 from this generation? 100% yes. I love the B8.5. The updated facelifted front end is phenomenal. I love it. I recommend it 100%. The interior of this car always amazes me. If you are looking at this video as a recommendation or you're considering getting a car like this, do it. You know, I really have no other comments about this car. We have done so much to this car in the last 2 years. Everything is just so much fun. I am loving every day driving it, and I think you will too. 60,000 miles, guys. That is my review and my update. So if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe, like the video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kevin. Adios.